question says, how do we balance the need to know the truth of the oppression of Lady Fatima alayha salam and the importance of maintaining unity and avoiding confrontation with members of other sects? I would say you have two areas that you need to consider this question. The first area is, as far as we, the followers of the Ahlul Bayt, learning about the tragedies of our masters, God's vicegerents and proofs, as far as our children, our families, our boys and girls, learning about this tragedy, well, this question isn't one that we'd have to take into account. Why? Because you are free to teach your kids and to learn yourself about these historical facts without having to worry about other people's sentiments and emotions and so forth. It doesn't matter what they think, because this is about you learning about the facts and teaching them and imparting them to the next generation. So, let's not mix this with the premise of this question, because the premise of the question says that there's going to be strife and discord and disunity and whatnot, not as far as you learning about these facts are concerned, number one. Number two, when it comes to conveying the message to other people, first of all, you don't have to convey this to every single person. You don't have to speak of these facts to every non-Shia or to every non-Muslim. When you fear that presenting these facts to the other side could cause a backlash, could provoke a violent reaction, which is what we've seen over and over again, if you suspect that that is a distinct possibility, then simply refrain from talking about it. Now, as far as presenting the facts in a manner that is, at least makes it acceptable to the other side, well, we can do that. And we've done that. We've done it for eons. Our scholars, our ulama, our maraji' have done so in the most exquisite manner, by presenting the facts in an objective way, by speaking the truth without being insulting, by referring to the tragedies of Fatima az-Zahra through her sermon, or her two sermons. The first one that she delivered in the Masjid of Rasulullah, and the second one that she delivered to the women of the Muhajirin and the Ansar. Fatima az-Zahra makes reference to these tragedies. Fatima az-Zahra ensures that that distinction is made and maintained. One of our very good friends is an individual who converted into Shia Islam thanks to the sermon of Fatima az-Zahra. And he wrote an entire book that chronicles his journey. And he called it بِنُورِ فَاطِمَةَ اهْتَدَيْتُ. It was through the light of Fatima that I found guidance. He's a very good friend of ours. He lives in London now. And so, are we able to convey, to communicate the message to others without antagonizing them, without provoking them? Yes, we are. And that is the path that we should choose. At most cases, yes, there are times when you have to be blunt. I remember once I was asked in a public place, do you consider the companions of the Prophet to be kuffar? And I said, absolutely not. Who says we consider every single companion as a kafir? No, we don't. Again, that's a Wahhabi trope. That's a lie that's perpetuated to make us look as if we hate the Prophet by hating every single one of his companions. Absolutely not. But as far as specific individuals who we believe were hypocrites according to the Holy Quran, well, we have deep reservations about them. And of course, not even the other side will consider them to be infallible. No one says these individuals, these companions who were from every walk of life, they had the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the 50 shades of hypocrite. They had all kinds of people. No one says that they were infallible, that they have to be venerated. I think it was Franklin D. Roosevelt, the US president, who said that if you defend the president, whether right or wrong, that is not only immoral, not only wrong, not only non-factual, but it's the greatest act of treason against this country. You can't just sit there and defend every single act that the companions did, all in the name of Adalatul Sahaba. because they were all righteous, because they were all going to end up in paradise. They murdered each other, for crying out loud. How could they all be good? You can be good and be different, sure, but you can't be good and different and kill each other and end up going to paradise nonetheless. This is just a farcical joke. Not only is it illogical, it makes a mockery of this religion. It makes a mockery of our intellect and of logic itself. So, do we have reservations against those individuals? You betcha. Do we have criticisms of their actions? Absolutely. Can we highlight the grievances of Rasulullah and his family and his children without upsetting someone? God, I hope we can. Charlie Hebdo, the French publication, insults the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do the Muslims say, let's not say anything? Because if we come out, if we protest, if we speak out against their insults against Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we might insult the French Republic. We might insult French people. Because Charlie Hebdo is so venerated and respected in France. Nobody says that. It is our sentiments that have to be respected, not theirs. Who cares if they're insulted or upset? They've insulted Rasulullah. And in this case, they're the ones who hurt the daughter of Rasulullah. They're the ones who ambushed the house of Rasulullah. They're the ones who report in their own books, including Musannaf ibn Abi Shaybah, which is a book that predates Bukhari and Muslim, quoting the second as having approached the house of Fatima az-Zahra and saying, we love no one more than your father. We love no one after your father more than we love you. وَمَا ذَلِكَ بِمَانِعِي أَنْ أُحْرِقَ عَلَيْهِمُ الدَّارِ. But by God, that will not stop me from burning the house over your heads. Who? Ali, Fatima, Al-Hassan, Al-Hussein, Zainab. Fatima, who was pregnant. They report this in their own books through an authentic chain. And we have to think about what upsets them and what doesn't upset them, and, just kind of always treating them in a manner that makes sure that they're always happy. We're not being insulting. We're not trying to provoke anyone to blow themselves up. Wallahi, we don't want you to blow yourselves up. What we do want from you is maybe a little understanding, a little sympathy, to take those blinders off, to see the truth for what it is.